everyone! Welcome to the stream today. I spend a lot of time on this effort. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? It is bucket time. It's goddamn bucket time. I hope you got your reassurance bucket ready. Then wait, this is my face. Sorry. How are you everyone doing? How are you everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream, guys. Yes, today's stream is all about buckets if you haven't guessed it. Were you here last Sunday, guys? Who was here in chat last Sunday and who wasn't? Bucket English is best English. Yes, I actually thought about putting a voice changer on that would make it sound like I was in a bucket. But I think that would have been too much effort. Hey, Phantom. It's my bucket of reassurance, and it's also my head now. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this. Lena! 21 months, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. Yeah!
Getting closer to 2 years. And
very close.
The bucket. I'm glad the bucket now replaced
oh
you less than 3 JK, but I love the bucket.
I'm still here. I'm still here. Oh my god. Yes, today we're continuing the Stanley Parable 2. That's right, we got early access to the sequel. And featuring the reassurance bucket, and I hope that you got your bucket with you for this adventure because you will need it, as it will be the only thing that will keep you sane. The bucket isn't following your movement. Hold on. I can make that happen. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to. I'm just moving it with my mouse.
I'm at work hard until I can't stay
Can I
for
rotate
bucket,
it?
but happy 3 months.
How
Less
do I
than
rotate
3.
this? Transform. Oh. Hello. Why did it rotate? Can I not rotate it smoothly? All right, we're putting it back. Wait, can I put it on my hat? My head? Hold on. All right, well, let me hide this again. Hey, thank you so much. Maylene with the 3 months prime. Rowan coming in with the 2 months sub. Hello. The perspective was all wrong. You're absolutely
Been
right.
a long time since I came here cause I rarely watch Twitch anymore, but I just saw the notif and thought I'd drop a sub less than 3.
You just saw the notification? The notification is just buckets. It's just a lot of buckets. Ray West with a 3 month prime. Whoa. We got the hype train. Also, if you haven't noticed, we have our very own new moderator in chat, Fiona. Everyone say welcome to Fiona, the new moderator. We're gonna see how she's gonna perform. and then we'll put her up to scrutiny and maybe we'll ban her if she doesn't do it. No pressure. Bucket my pillow. Now, you may have noticed that I did not launch the game in the background, and that's on purpose because I don't know if there's anything that's gonna happen when I launch the game. Maybe there's not, and then it's gonna be just fine, but I didn't want to miss it if there was. Congrats on the promotion. Thank the 100 bits, Russia. Hey, Jim for the win, for Winder. Welcome, Fiona, new mod. Yes. Yes, previous VIP, now a moderator. Level up. And Toxic, by the way, welcome to you as well. Welcome, everyone. Today is an exciting day because, I mean, this freaking music. I swear to God. This is a 10-hour loop. This is a 10-hour loop. I found a 10-hour loop on YouTube. Okay. Do we, are you guys ready? Do you have your buckets? Do you have your buckets? Also, I just want to say, Dennis started playing this game today, and he did not know what the buckets was all about, so he thought the game was about buckets. Big Slixie! Thank you so much for the sub. Little does Dennis know that the buckets, they're in the Stanley Parable 2. He's playing the Stanley Parable 1. It's outdated. That's why. Thank you so much for the sub, Pixelixie. Can we get some hype for Pixelixie for signing a new subscription? That is one more soul for the soul bucket. Wait. Soul bucket. Okay, that doesn't work. It's not transparent. I'm gonna put it back on my face because that will be really funny if I forget and then I show it again in the future. Let me switch to the game scene. And now again, there is no game, which means I'm gonna have to launch the game and then I'm also gonna have to capture it. Because it's actually still capturing, it's trying to capture Elden Ring still. Hold on, I just don't want to miss it, you know? So let's get the game up here. Oh, wait, gotta tab out. Stanley Parable, there it is. Okay, there we go. All right, perfect. Gotta put a sticker on it and call it the property of Sator. Souls go to the soul bucket. Welcome, Shadow Sheeny. And I appreciate that so much, Pixelixie. Should I call you Lixie or Pix? What's your preferred nickname? How many deaths did you get in Elden Ring yesterday? We got up to 97. 97 deaths. Are you growing a beard or is the dying screen playing a trick? I didn't shave on Thursday, right? And then we agreed, you know what? We should just try. We should just try and see what it will look like when it grows out. Instead of shaving it and then undoing all the progress. May as well try. So there is a little bit of a beard. We're gonna keep it for a bit, but I'm gonna probably shave it after we're done. We just need to see what it looks like. All right. Are you ready to begin the Stanley Parable 2? Here we go. I'm so excited. It's the best sequel in the game. In the game? In the world. Screw Kingdom Hearts 2. Screw Black Ops 2.
Story of a man
I want
Stanley
Parable 2.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building
balloons.
where he was employee
We'll watch
number
the intro again.
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders
I love
came
this
to
music.
him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
Low-key a jam.
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Yes. Very happy. I am super happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Wait.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his
Can we
years
say
at the
hi,
company
chat? Can we
had
say hi
this
to Stanley?
happened.
He deserves a
This
hi.
complete isolation.
Hi, Stanley.
Something was very clearly wrong.
Hi,
Shocked,
yes.
Frozen solid.
Stanley
Stanley
is so
found
sad.
himself unable to move for the longest time.
Bye,
But as he
Stanley.
came
You
to
had
his
one
wits
job.
and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, alright. I absolutely love how it says Stanley Parable 2. Phantom, it's still the original game. It's just we gotten past the point where we picked the balloons and now it's the sequel.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Get well
Stanley
someday.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Here it is. Oh my god, it still has all the stickers on it. Guys, my beloved, if you were not here last Sunday and know the context of this bucket after this stream, please go watch the VOD from the last stream because this bucket is as important to me as the love of my life will ever be. All right, it's my bucket now.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
It's so nice. Is the input thing? It's still not here. Okay, so where do we bring the bucket this time? Because we didn't... How far did we go with the bucket last time? We went like... I don't remember where we went. Did we go? We didn't even go for the normal ending with the bucket. Should we go for the normal ending with the bucket?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, we're gonna go this way. Everything's just bucketified. Set the bucket free. Yes. What the? This is... Okay, yeah, we definitely did not go this way. What the hell is going on here? Trust the completionist instinct. There will be a reward for finding them all. What? He told me there is no reward if we find all of the collectibles. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures? Follow the clues provided by employee 416. We can do it red room? Are we getting clues? Thank you. Good luck. What? This is eerie. This is actually creepy. Okay, and then it loops back. All these things are just plastered with pictures of clues / myclue.jpg. There's one in the bathroom. I can see that. That's not like, that's the boss's office bathroom. We can go there. We can go there. We're on the way there. Source of levitation? What? Oh, this is creepy. What's with all the mugs? Figurine Finders Committee? This is the Figurine Finders Committee. I want them so much. I want them home? There will be cleaning of this wall required. Where are you? 666 lol. Unless that's a BBB. Lol jokes like 427. Mission status. Inside of a sequel exhibit. We're there. A large room. Lots of boxes. Wait, these are the 6 collectibles. Wait, and that's the ones I got. I got the stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. The red and blue doors. Nearby a fireplace. The boss's office. No, a private but smelly place for an important person. That's the boss's office. What's the fireplace? Is this some kind of game? That must be... Well, yes. Okay, we'll continue. Wait, is he still gonna...
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
No, my stickers! This is how we got the stickers on the bucket last time. I'm new, what is this game? Withered Screamer, you have to watch the VODs for this game. This game is mind-blowing and it's hilarious. I'm just gonna stay here for a moment. No more stickers. Well, to be fair, we already know this is a bucket because there's a bucket sticker.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay, we're gonna get a collectible here. It's in here, right?
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands?
Mini-stands.
What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
We stand the Stanlerines, guys. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Is that like a new cereal? I love mini stands, right? Wait, I have to hear. Oh, I wanted to go into the elevator and listen to the jam. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
This game is called Stanley Parable with a Screamer. On Twitch, you can always see what game people are playing below the title. 2845.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
No, I pressed 5.
Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Whoa!
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Oh, wait! There's another collectible in here? Is that near the fireplace one?
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up
4
by
out of
1?
6.
Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
Alright. I like mini stands. I stand mini stands. Is this on Xbox? Probably, actually. I think the deluxe version probably came out on consoles. We stand the stands. Yes.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket, soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Oof, it's Jay, thank you for the follow, and Bella, my Alexander, subscribe with Prime! Thank you so much for subscribing! I love how we're going through, if anyone's new here, we're going through the whole game again. These are all the same endings, but they have redone every single voice line to be buckets.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, we're gonna do the normal ending. Freaking Stanley and the bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
The bucket can wander? Hold on. Is this bucket sentient? It's like their soldier from TF2, exactly.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Oh, nearly.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Wait, are we reassuring the bucket now? I thought the bucket was reassuring us. Oh, it's a mutual support group. I see.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket.
No!
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Alright.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Oh, wait, there's stuff up
happy
there.
Or sad, or content.
There's a door up there.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Dong! We'll take this down together. I don't know how we high-five a bucket. This game keeps going over the top, man.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yeah, so we're gonna go for the normal ending, but we're gonna do it systematically, so the next time we're gonna go for that one. For now, this. Everyone needs a friend like Bucket. I hope you have your bucket with you, guys.
Waited in blackness.
Ooh.
Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive
What do you
door.
want, Bucket? You want
The
like
bucket
a
wanted to
slow
learn to
life?
roller skate.
Oh.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and
Oh. Wait.
What? Wait. What
Wait,
was
this is
happening?
different.
Why had the door stopped?
Oh no.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Oh no.
Unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed
my
the
light.
soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No.
No.
Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Jesus Christ. Okay, this is more different than I thought it was gonna be.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I
What
thought
did
it was
mean?
just gonna be
Stanley
we'd
decided
escape
to go
with
to
the
the meeting
bucket.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, now we're gonna have to turn the power
confusion
on.
and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Was that new? Should have thrown the bucket over the door. You're right. I should have just thrown it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his
We're gonna go
chest
back to the same
and
place.
entered the door on his left.
We're gonna hurry up. So it shows like what I've got. So we're missing a large room with lots of boxes. I'm thinking the storage room on the other path and the red and blue door room. So I think we can get all collectibles.
Stanley, we must move on from this
Okay,
broom
this is the
closet,
same.
simply because I have no remaining stickers. Coming to a
We found one
staircase,
down there.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Can I go in here now? Oh, I can go in now. Yo, we're gonna jam with the bucket. Gonna jam with the bucket. This keeps looking like I can read it, like it's a freaking Gmod outline. Is it gonna have a bucket tune? Oh, he still just says Stanley. He's not saying bucket. I was kind of hoping he would say bucket. I love the jams in chat. Let's go, guys. I went through the music for the starting soon screen, and I went through this one, and someone in the comment put the lyrics, and at like 8 minutes into the song, the narrator is like coming like, this just keeps going on. When does this stop? I'm not gonna wait 8 minutes for that. Instead, I'm gonna leave, because there's nothing new here. But that exists. Okay.
Stepping into his
I'm gonna try
office,
that 888
Stanley was
code.
once
We already
again
did that.
stunned
But I don't
to
know if the
discover not an
bucket has something
indication
new.
of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Alright, down we go. We're gonna turn the power of the mind control machine on! Because me and the bucket, if we can't leave this facility, we will take over this facility. That's what we do. Me and this bucket. I'm still able to go back up. We can also go for
Stanley
this
and the bucket
stage.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, mind control facility.
Yeah, let's speed run this bucket. You and me, we're fast. In fact, I'm gonna climb.
Rose on an enormous room.
There we
with
go.
Television screens. What
I'm not gonna jump that.
horrible
Wait, there's
secret
probably
did
gotta be a
this place
bucket
hold?
ending at the bottom as
Stanley
well.
and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Am I still able to walk on? Ooh. Oh! No, there's a little tiny pillar here. I didn't see it. No.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
Good
Everyone
night,
in
Shadow
the office was being
I hope you enjoyed the
videotaped,
half an hour you managed to
monitored
catch.
like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen
Got the bucket
anything
stickers?
like
Yes.
this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Should I be arrested for not owning a bucket? You're fine without a bucket. You just have
Was
to be
the
aware
bucket
that
under
the
mind
reassuring
control
and the
facility's
calming
influence
sense
as well?
won't have. So you
Had
have
the
to just
bucket been told to do things
be more
it
vigilant,
didn't wish
mentally
to do?
vigilant.
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Yes.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He
Wait, is there
couldn't
gonna be a
accept
bucket
it.
scream?
His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His
can't see it
one
now.
friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Oh, there's the entrance. I could not see.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Okay, I wonder what's gonna
happy or
happen.
sad
Am
or
I able to
content.
beat this with a
Walking,
bucket?
Eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
No.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
The bucket did it?
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility
Dennis, you can't
for
watch this.
monitoring
This is spoilers.
and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Its true intentions were
Had the bucket known
birds.
this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands.
Oh my God,
The one who
bucket.
had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
He didn't betray us. He didn't betray us. Thank you so much for the raid, Dennis. You're not here to watch it because spoilers, but thank you so much, everyone, on Dennis's stream for coming over with the raid. What's up, dingus?
All of his co-workers were
Okay.
gone. What could it mean?
Wait, what's this?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Meeting
Perhaps he
today.
had simply missed a
Figurine
memo.
Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room. Was that always there?
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Again? Oh, the game is now aware of this. I'm so confused about the birds. So that happens if you turn on the mind control machine, dingus? The bucket jumps in front and betrays us by turning it on when we were about to turn it off. But then it turns out
Stanley
the
clutched
bucket
tightly
knew
to his chest
it was just
and
a
entered
bird
the door
view
of the
live
van.
stream. Okay, we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go for the stage ending, see if I can get that, if there's something new there. This freaking like yellow tint that appeared. So we've been down there, there's
Coming to a
nothing there.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Okay. And then we go here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
At least he's not blocking my
As if
speed
the
run this time.
bucket all along was the bucket guiding him? Yes,
Alright, here we go.
This is
This
certainly
time.
the most logical explanation.
Oh wait, we could go for the escape. Chat, do we go for the elevator up and down or the escape path? Elevator up and down or escape path? Escape path? We're gonna do both, but which do we do first? Escape. Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay, we're
Although
gonna...
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
No, I trust Bucket. Bucket, I thought he
The
betrayed
door
me.
behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on
Oh
track.
yeah, in the pit. No, I trust the Bucket.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
No. This Bucket knows what we're doing. This Bucket is guiding me. Now, Bucket is my guardian angel. And we shall jump backwards. How violent could a Bucket die? Dong. Alright. Bucket, show me the way. We're about
As
to
the
get
machine
crushed.
whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
No!
To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease
Yes?
to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This
Okay,
is what
you got it.
Stanley thought to
He's got a
himself,
point.
And he sort of kicked
got a
himself for
point.
wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh. Okay. Alright. We're here. The Stanley Parable.
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to behold.
Stanley's death does not matter. It's the bucket's death that matters here. Wait, the bucket's... No! The bucket sacrificed himself. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within. A cavernous void, where through the use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full, enriched, and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we have. Will you take what you learn here with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? I love the buckets. What the?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
What's happening here? Is something gonna come out that way? Oh, holy bucket. We need like an angelic choir here. It just stops there. Can I get up there? Can I jump for it? Catch it in midair? There's a picture of a bunch of buckets. 25 buckets, it says. There's more than 25. A photograph of 25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced catonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Oh, here's a... Oh, wait. I'm gonna go for the dead end first. The bucket with 2 handles. Oh my god, it's like that human drawing. This bucket is depicted as having 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Jesus. Oh my god. I think I might join the cameraman. Love how big the bucket is in this game. I thought it would just be a joke, right? I thought we were end the stream last time, or the game last time. This is a wooden bucket. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, one simple fact remains. No one can control a bucket. Oh, do we go right or left? Oh, we're gonna go right. Okay, yeah. The stress bucket, an analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, and lack of reassurance goes into the bucket. And then vulnerability equals size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies equals holes. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, and more rest and relaxation comes out. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. Bucket of stress, presented without commentary. Alright. This bucket lore is huge. This goes deep. Oh my god, what the... Cave drawing. While we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts an early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Chat, I'm scared. Chat, I'm scared. Are we gonna have freaking Skynet or whatever, but instead of AI, it's buckets. The buckets are gonna take over the world. The buckets are gonna take over the world.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Oh, we're going to the jump, aren't we? The hanging bucket. This symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good. I can't jump. There's no jump. I can't sprint. I can crouch. I'm gonna have to snipe this. Oh, I was walking in air. I thought it was gonna fall. I picked it up.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as...
It hints at me to quit the game last time. Now it hints at me to not quit the game.
Commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oh my god. We saved the bucket, I think.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Alright, that was a
What
cool
could it
ending.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
What
memo.
does this say? Be my Valentine. Oh.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Is that for
and
the bucket?
smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not truly alone. Not with the bucket around.
Alright. Pit ending or stage ending, guys?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. and entered the door on his left.
Oh god, we haven't even gone to the right path yet. There is so much to do with this bucket. It's crazy. We go for the pit. We're gonna have a music sequence.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yes, yes, yes. Stanley doesn't deserve a bucket. I think you'll probably not pick up the bucket, and then you'll probably just go completely normal.
To discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes. Sparkery! You missed so much crazy stuff! Welcome, welcome! Oh my god, this stream has already been the most insane Stanley Parable stream we've done. Pit ending time.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Do we turn on the lights?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
It's time.
What
Pit
horrible
ending.
secret did this
See
place
you.
hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to them. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
I'm walking through the pillar.
So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here. Cold, perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility at all.
It's right above
He'd never
us.
gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility.
This is a beautiful suite. Wait, it's the outside of the door.
Began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path.
Bucket divorce.
It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
Oh god.
It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
And then, okay. Alright.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling
adventure. Let's go. Elevator time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I think if I don't pick up the bucket wizard, we'll just get the normal endings, which we already saw all of. So I don't think there's anything new from that. Okay, we have one more thing to do in this path.
Staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs.
And that's probably the
boss's
funniest one, so we'll have to see what happens with the bucket now. I get a feeling the bucket's gonna be the star of the show.
In the manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yes, the bucket is guiding us.
Guiding him.
Yes.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
All right. Escape pod ending is also on the left door. Where do I have to go for that? I don't think I recall that. Okay, so now we're gonna do this thing. We're gonna go back up with the bucket.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Wait, should I press the number 3? Wait. That's new. That is new. Number 3. Hold on. I mean, this might be nothing.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Okay. We're gonna go back to the elevator. Escape pod ending is where you go into the boss's office from the doors to close, but then
Perhaps the
go
bucket
out.
had missed something.
I don't think I've done that in normal.
Seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
I don't remember that at all. Even as a nun-bucket. We're gonna go up again. Is he gonna be excited about number 4 this time?
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Are we gonna press the number 3 again? Number 3 is breaking us up.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time,
3 got nice
he looked
curves,
to his
though.
bucket for a reaction of some
You're
kind.
right.
Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
No. My bucket. Wow, bucket, you're so cold and silent to me.
Stanley
One
and the
could figure
bucket
an
were so
inanimate
close.
object.
They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion?
Oh, we're
of
going
Stanley's?
slow.
The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Wow, bucket, I can't believe you're jealous of number 3. Maybe it's because the number 3 has better curves than the bucket. Bucket's very curvy. Gonna go up again.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart.
Yes.
He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on
That's
all
what the
matters
press
relating
conference is
to
about.
pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's
Yes.
work.
Yes.
For months,
Stanley.
he advertised and marketed his
All
press
eyes on
conference,
Stanley.
building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
To stage 3. Lots of threes. Oh my god.
This was it.
Wow.
One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
3 again. The Stanley Parable 3 confirmed. Wait. Stanley Parable 3 confirmed. The dude who came up with pizza. Nice. Oh, it's time.
There was no one here.
Oh,
Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak.
what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over again, presented by Stanley.
To press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting. He was a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long
3 was
conversations
art. I
about
was really
passion
hoping for
and
Stanley
pursuit.
Parable 3.
Only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
This is so sad. I thought I was getting real excited. I was really hoping it would be like, because last time we died of a heart attack. I was really hoping the bucket would, you know, reassure us so we don't die of a heart
All of
attack.
his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean?
Look, if there's an
Stanley
escape
decided
pod
to go to
ending
the
I
meeting
didn't
room.
get,
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna first see what it looks like without the bucket and then with the bucket. Can you get it without the bucket? Yes, you can. Okay, that's an ending we haven't seen at all. All right.
When Stanley came to a set
Yeah,
of
see,
two
now it's
open
just a normal
doors,
game,
he
right?
entered the door on his left.
It's just the entirely normal game. We still have the collectibles, but the narration is just the normal. Right?
Stanley stepped
Yeah,
into the broom
it's
closet,
the exact same.
but there was nothing here. So he turned around, coming to a staircase.
You have to
Stanley
go out of the
walked
boss's
upstairs
office
to
as
his
the
boss's
doors are
office.
closing. Which doors? Those doors or this door? Oh, I can close this door. Those double doors? These ones. Okay, so I go in and then I back out.
Step.
Oh. Oh. Step. Do I just go backwards? Room closet? Everything's open. All these doors were closed before, right? This is weirdly creepy. This should not be creepy. Ooh. It's the reassurance we need. The bucket's still here. It's so silent. Oh. It's right next to my office? You are now leaving. Red door. Escape pod bay, floor 760. We're in 754. Wait, is this where the elevator should have gone? Okay. Alright. We're gonna go up a few floors, I guess. What do we have in there? We have some more... Can't open that door. Up the stairs we go! Is it the same? It's the same number. That was 432 on the previous floor as well. Okay. Almost there. My biggest enemy. Stairs. just trying them every time we pass. Every floor is the same. Well, the number on the floor count changes, at least. So there's something different. We're also almost there. One more floor after this. 759. Okay. It's my favorite thing to do, go up 4 flights of stairs. Oh, here we go. Escape pod launch bay. It's literally, we're in an office building and it literally writes escape. Like not even fire escape or anything, just escape. It's so dark. Oh, is that the escape pod? That is a tiny pod. Oh, I didn't get to go into it. What? Is that the... was that it? Did Stanley just escape? It's like there's nothing more to it. We just got out of the game. Like even the narrator doesn't even know.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers. Thought how amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing? Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly.
Okay, we're gonna try and do that ending with the bucket this time.
On his left.
I'm gonna see if there's something with the bucket. And then we've cleared everything on the left side. So that's nice. Systematic. And yes, we have been down there. Did that as the last thing in the previous stream.
To the boss's office.
Okay, this is such a scary thing to do.
Stepping into his manager's office. Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall. A good bucket. A strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket, a bucket of culture and distinction.
You all got your buckets ready, guys? I want to see a bucket in chat.
And entered the door on his
Everyone
left.
put your buckets in chat. Wait, maybe I don't have to try and sneak the door. Maybe I just have to, like, go in there and then it's a delay. Because it seemed like the door just kind of closed after a delay.
Stanley and the bucket walked
not a
upstairs
distance.
to the boss's office.
So if I just go into the room and then back out. Yes. Okay. Alright, now we have a bucket. Best bucket. Yes. Welcome, Queen. Bucket religion. I gotta sneeze. Ah. I swear to God. I'm stuck in a chair. I could feel that coming for so long. Okay. What's the bucket gonna show us? What's the bucket gonna show us? Welcome, Queen. Queen bucket. Bless you. Thank you, guys. It's like so considerate. Is it gonna be a bucket escape pod? Is it gonna be like, this is like a bucket-sized escape pod? I can't get out, but the bucket can. You are now leaving, yes. We're gonna go up the flights of stairs. That would be funny. Has anything changed here? Doesn't look like it. I'm just gonna try that door every time anyway, because it's also kind of satisfying. Not gonna lie, this little sound. Kind of satisfying. Oh, I would totally put that sound as a phone unlock sound on my phone. It's that sound when you unlock the phone. All right. One more, one more. Here we go. It's time. It's time. Escape pod launch bay. Bucket. We're getting out of here. Let's go. There it is. It's normal sized. Aww. Oh no. Wow. A sacrifice, but a necessary one. Don't worry, Bucket will get you a nice fan.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
It's pitch white. Yeah, I see no weather. You're right. I wish I could see weather. No. No, 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 no. No, where's the bucket? Ah, input. It's still there. The bucket! What? Oh, that better be back in the next one. That better be back in the next one.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
He escaped.
He entered the door on his left.
What do we do, guys? Do we have to find him? Is he in the map? Do we just have to restart? Mr. Missing poster. Have you seen this bucket? It says like bucket of property of Stanley on it. There's an ending with... Yeah, I found 4 out of 5. I could not find the last one. I want to get that done before we finish the game as well. Go do the pit. So I just have to restart. I'm not actually going to do a whole ending if I just have to restart. It's not like the bucket's hiding, right? Do you have to have a non-bucket ending? Can I just begin the game again?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Replacement
Perhaps he had
bucket?
simply missed a memo.
What? Where's my bucket? He doesn't
And
even...
try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Sorry, narrator. I shall take good care of my bucket. This is like a child getting a new pet. Like a new cat or new dog after their previous one like ran away or something on their watch. We didn't lose it, we set it free. Now we have to set this one free too. No, okay. We've done everything on the left
the
now.
bucket tightly to his chest.
So now we go to the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Wow. I'm so proud of you, Bucket. I'm gonna stay in here. Drink some #1 dad coffee. Some Be My Valentine
Truly,
coffee.
being here with the bucket was a grand adventure.
Oh, I'm actually sitting in the chair.
Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Dude, we've been through so much. We've been through a whole 3 actions. I can
Perhaps
count
this was where
2
the
on other
bucket
people.
felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Do buckets belong in the employee lounges, guys? Is that where buckets belong?
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge.
Yes.
Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
This connection better not be stronger than mine and the buckets. This better still be mine and the buckets. Come on, bucket. Don't tell me you love the room more than me. #1 bucket of the month. Maybe there's not any more. Maybe that was it. Can I get a drink? Bucket, what's your favorite drink? My treat. You pick your favorite, man. Good choice, good choice. What does this say? Fuel? Wait. Who drinks coffee nut? I can't read what that one says. Probably #1 dad, though. Okay, well, I guess there's no more.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge.
Yes.
And they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Chat? Left or right? Left or right? We're gonna do them all, but what do we do first? Left or right? Right. Right. Left. Right. I don't know what yeah or nay means in this case. Left, 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 right, left, right, slide to the right. Okay, see, I think right wins.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I think we're gonna follow the cargo lift.
Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
There's a little vent room. That's the big box room. I'm not gonna jump off this time. That's for next time. But what the? How do I get there? I need to get there. It's the collectible.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Yes.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
Wait, is the bucket my wife? Wait a minute.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, it's a
and
new
his bucket.
apartment.
Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Whoa, we got an upgrade, bucket. Wow, look at you. You ready and waiting for me to come home from work? Hello? Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press C to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press T to take me back home with you. Oh, look, we're living a life.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Shouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this,
Oh, there is.
obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Press G to go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Little do you know, narrator, I am a bucket. Don't listen to the loud man. Press Q for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press V to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
Oh no.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
It's kind of shiny.
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Yeah. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press G to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquids.
It's a better bucket.
Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press L to relive this same day with me over and over. We will bucket.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
The bucket's getting to him. Press G to go. Press G to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps, if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
No,
give it to me.
no.
Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it. Give it to me now.
Close your eyes.
Or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. That was horrifying. How did it get so intense
Stanley
so
decided
quickly?
to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself.
Oh, the replacement
and
bucket is gone. It's now the
constantly
original
needed support
bucket.
and guidance from others. So the thought of the embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of time. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
We are gonna go to the right. We're gonna see if we can get that
Stanley had felt
collectible.
the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Am I
And
gonna-
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
Said the bucket.
Oh, there's a
Don't
little
go to
ramp.
the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh. Has this been here all along? This little vent? Probably not this path. It's literally floating.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Wow, up in the
We'll
corner
be
of the
different
screen.
people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Okay. Is there something in here? Was this always here? Is this bucket only? Because I want to have the normal none bucket first if this is in the normal version. Is this in the normal version? Oh, we have to go check. We're gonna. It doesn't take long to run. I'm running. We don't take the bucket.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
We're just gonna check
Perhaps he had
if the
simply
ramp
missed a
is still
memo.
there. If the ramp is not there, we go back, we get the bucket. I didn't
Stanley came
found
to a
that.
set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I'm cutting corners,
Perhaps
you see this?
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
Speed
first,
run time.
just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The shortest path is always the straight line, so I am going the straight
Stanley
lines
was so
corner
bad
to
at
corner.
following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, it is here. This has probably been here all along.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. What?
Narrator.
You
Is he
didn't think I was actually just a recorder, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad.
Oh,
Look
no.
what you've done to me. This is all
I can play it
fault.
again. Oh. Well, that was that.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I kind of wanted to
What
try
could it
playing
mean?
it again
Stanley
and
decided
interrupt
to go
him,
to the
but
meeting
now we
room.
gotta get the bucket.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Nice. An edge, the triangle, welcome back. It has
Stanley
been a long
clutched the
time.
bucket
I've only
tightly
had
to
this
his
beard
chin.
for like a
This
week
was not the correct way to the meeting
because I
room.
didn't shave.
But Stanley
And now
had
we're
felt the
committing to
bucket
it
calling
for
to him,
at least a few
telling
weeks.
him that the
A couple of weeks.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this no? Never
I
mind.
love that.
bucket was
No, the
wrong.
bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
Okay, now we're gonna do
don't
this
go
with
to
the
the
bucket.
meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Oh.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go.
He didn't say anything here with the bucket. What's happening? It's already stopped. Oh.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't
Evidence
even know.
252.
I lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket.
The bucket.
It's my golden ticket. But I have to be
Bucket
careful,
only fans.
because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What? 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 That was
Someone
horrifying.
was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Don't say that. Not after what we just saw.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
Jesus Christ. Is it gonna be like... Is there gonna be some dude just standing in there? Like G-Man or
Stanley
something?
clutched the bucket tightly to his
Okay.
chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Lisa,
But Stanley
welcome.
had felt the bucket
How you
calling to
doing?
him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Okay.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was no.
No.
Never mind.
No, it was not.
The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay.
No,
Said the bucket.
So...
don't go to the meeting room.
I guess
Go
the next
somewhere
thing would be
else.
plugging out the
cargo
phone?
lift, yes.
Do you want to go systematically, or do you want to jump off? Plug out the phone, or jump off to the balcony, guys. Chat, you decide what we do first. Jump, plug. Plug, do a flip. Jump, plug. It's very even. Jump, plug, jump, jump, plug. Jump, plug, jump, jump, plug. Lots of people saying jump now. We can do the jump. Then we'll do the
Good,
plug after.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how.
I
this
also
bucket
haven't
was
jumped
speaking
off.
to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
There was no interruption this time. Okay.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless...
Wait, this sign is also there in the normal version. They tied it
know
in.
what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket. I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness. I think we have to
Not
do
this
something
sign.
about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
This is...
Please,
Oh,
step in here for a moment.
oh, what? This is new. Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Are we gonna be correct or wrong here?
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Are we gonna be correct or wrong, guys? Are we gonna be like, no? No to all buckets? Wrong first.
Correct. It is a hologram
What?
of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Wait. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
But doesn't that make it a bucket? Isn't bucket like a shape, right? Like a tool? Like it could be made of
Item
anything?
3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Okay. So it's wrong, right. I gotta see if I can remember it. What the...
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
It's gotta be a bucket. Okay.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
No explanation?
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Whoa. How am I supposed to answer that?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Is he gonna take it out of my hand? Oh. Is it a bucket, though? Can I leave the stage? No. This is not a bucket.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think?
Oh.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
The music. Everything is bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
Ooh.
Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with.
You are.
I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
Oh.
I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Ooh. But if everything's a bucket,
Here we go.
then everything's gonna be gone.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. This is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows
It's like
what
a
that
secret.
information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Oh my, what the hell? Wait, this is not right. This is...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
How
meeting
deep
room.
does this
Perhaps
rabbit
he had
hole
simply
go?
missed a memo.
Is the printer just...
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
We're gonna go do that again, but we're gonna try and get them all right. The papers stop here.
Stanley clutched the bucket
Okay.
tightly to his chest.
Doki
This was not
Doki
the
Bucket
correct way
Club.
to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
We're gonna try
No,
that again.
Never mind.
Wait, the blue and
Bucket
red door was
wrong.
supposed to be down there.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So we're not
No,
able to
said the bucket.
go
Don't
get
to
the blue and
meeting
red
room.
door.
Go somewhere else. The cargo
I also
lift. Yeah,
still need to
good,
jump off.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley
Of course,
chose not
because
to think
buckets
about
can't
this
talk.
obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Alright, maybe I'll see you again sometime soon, Edge. It's good seeing you. Okay, so this is gonna be like no.
No, stop. Look
And then
there
we're gonna
on the
go through
wall. You
here.
see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
Yes.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually
Yes.
don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not
Nothing is a bucket. I want to see what he says with that.
So much of the impact
Got my
of the
bucket filled
story
with
is
popcorn. Do you actually have
dependent
popcorn
on
with you,
your
Carmen?
understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna say nothing is a bucket at the end of it. We're gonna go up, we're gonna answer everything
Now then,
correctly, and then we're gonna say
I'm going to run
not
you
everything
through
is a
some
bucket.
test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Yeah.
Simple enough, right?
All right, Dreadlight's
This
got
should
the
tell us
answers.
everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Wait, that's all the incorrect ones. Hold on.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
This is a hologram, so the right answer is no. Right? We gotta get the correct answers. So this was a hologram and not a real bucket.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Yes. Then, the next thing is a 3D print. Also not a real bucket.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct.
Ah!
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Then we get a real bucket. This next one is real.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Aha! Yeah!
Correct. This is a bucket.
Now, was the next thing a bucket? No, this is a tractor.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
The first one is just a tractor. Right? The second tractor was the bucket. But the first tractor was a tractor.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
I
To be
am
honest,
very good.
I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
But this next one is a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
And a monolith, welcome. Now,
Item
what was
6.
this?
Is this a bucket?
This was the neither one, right? This is one that was both. Right? This was the trick question, I think. This one's both. Yeah. So we're gonna say yes, because we said no last time.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Yeah. Alright, next up. Am I able to just leave?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the
So
next
this is
one.
not a
Let me
bucket.
see, it should be
This is
around here
nothing.
somewhere.
But if I answer yes, is he gonna be like, oh yeah, you're right, it was a bucket, I just don't have it.
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
No, not everything is a bucket.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer
Not
these
everything,
questions with
not
confidence.
everything.
And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley,
We said
I can't
yes
keep
before,
doing
right?
this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that.
He's
I'm
not a
sorry,
bucket.
But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Okay, it's the same thing.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news.
All right, we've
We're
heard
not-
this. We can start the game over then. It's gone for 30 minutes. It's still bucket. Yes, it's still bucket. It's all bucket. Today is all
All of
bucket.
his co-workers were
I don't
gone.
even know if we're going to
What
finish
could
it today,
mean?
in which case
Stanley
next time is
decided
all
to go to the
bucket.
meeting room. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate.
Look, I want to
assertive,
see the adventure
yet
line in
compassionate.
bucket form.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Okay, so
This
now
was
we're gonna
not
plug the
correct
phone
way to
out.
the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge
Oh,
was
we didn't
simply
jump
the
off
place
yet.
to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind.
Okay, maybe we
The
jump
bucket
off
was
first, because
wrong.
that's probably the fastest one
Stanley
to do.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
So we're just gonna
No,
said
plunge
the
to my
bucket.
death.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not, but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
All right, yeah, that was a quick one. That was a quick one. Welcome,
I can't
Oriana.
wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all?
Stanley's bucket, the only co-worker he would
Ooh.
ever truly need.
I don't need other
Stanley
co-workers.
clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind.
Maintenance
Bucket
elevator.
was
We're not
wrong.
done with the right side
Stanley
yet.
took the door on his left to go back to
You gotta
the
go
meeting
up,
room,
plug the phone out first.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
That's some
now
Dasai
ride
crap
the
anime
lift all
reference.
the way to the top.
What anime is that
There's
from?
something up there I
Name
need you
rings
to
a bell.
do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley
Because
chose
buckets
not to
can't
think
talk.
about this obvious
I just
fact.
love the
He
matter of
was firmly
fact.
convinced that
The
the
matter
bucket
of
had
fact
spoken
about
to
him.
and he unthinkingly did whatever
Go
the
straight.
bucket
Oh yeah, that
asked.
one. Yeah, I know that one. All right. Speed
In
running.
here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
Whoa! Hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders?
Oh.
Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk.
Not
It was
live.
a joke. Don't you get the
Not live.
joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Thank you so much for subscribing.
Don't you
Holy
see-
crap, that's so
Oh,
nice of you.
Goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy
Oh, wait.
that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Wait, no, the video last time was about something else.
What
That was about
is
choices.
comedic timing?
This is a different video.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, In all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees
What?
Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke,
Bucket.
start by stating and spelling your name. Next,
Said
provide a brief
ET0R.
synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh.
You laugh after
and
you
then
finish saying bucket.
Spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak
It's
the
time to
entire
begin the
joke
humor.
in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny. It's my bouncy ball.
Good.
Oh, you didn't.
This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
Oh, I'm learning so much.
Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how
Data.
wrapped they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the
hell?
war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed,
Why does
and may
this one
Earth
have a-
reign supreme. Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay. Ooh. The fences are still here.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to
Yes.
nail the delivery.
Yes,
You'll
you
be
also
in
have to give me a
stitches.
survey.
A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank
All right.
goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Oh, the ramp's gone. Okay. All right. Minorly concerned. Caution, do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. We're having a good time. Just me and the bucket. And after I say bucket, you will laugh, alright? Me and... It's be 13 seconds. The bucket. I am Dunny with the
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the
Thank
bucket
you.
came to a
Thank you.
set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Alright, so... Are we just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna do this. Because this is what... Wait a minute. This was glitched out last time.
What?
What?
We're back at the phone already?
What? Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene
already
with the
unplugged.
phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land.
Well, not the way it was meant to.
Well, if you don't raise
And
your
it's
arm.
all my fault.
Yeah, raise
I
your
must
arm.
have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need
No.
watch that instructional video again.
No.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready?
Okay. We
When
skipped it.
Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Yes. Oh, it's the phone room again.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Oh.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Is it gonna do that thing where it just repeats from that moment on now?
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Okay. I think we have to go
Here we
left.
go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading
What?
back to the phone.
I
Did you not
did.
even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you
Ooh,
proud?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame?
What's pale mean?
What's another word to describe a bucket?
Is pale a bucket?
Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Okay, at least it wasn't sad this time.
All of his co-workers were gone.
That ending was
What could it mean?
extremely sad last
Stanley
time.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Pale is the right pronunciation or spelling? What does it mean?
Is
Bucket?
Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, surely not.
Wait, this is the choice room. Wait. Oh, why? What?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
Was that just
employee lounge was simply the place
randomly
to be.
thrown in there?
And here
What?
it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was
Or
wrong.
should I have gone left and
Stanley
then
took
stuff
the
would have
door
been
on his
different?
left to go back to the meeting room.
I think we did everything in this path, right? We went to the balcony, which is just a bucket minigame. We went to the top, both unplugged and listened to the phone. We jumped off. I think we did everything in that path. So we're missing this.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
And this is just gonna bring me... Okay. Oh, well, we're gonna go down here. With the bucket. This might be the last thing we're missing.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew
What
you'd
the-
find this place eventually.
Oh, it's all my favorite things.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Oh, no, no,
The
no,
bucket
no,
isn't
no,
even
no.
from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content.
Yes.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this
Raw
bucket
assets.
that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what the fans want. Let's do
Yes, Adventure Line. But we have okay. I just need to go through this. Right, we got TV monitor room, toy stores, a fireplace with no wood. Also, the fires are very 2D. We got my wife, my child, Adventure Line TM, my computer, my pencil sharpener, and of course, my favorite place in the whole game. Yeah. Oh, but I love this line. I will absolutely go on another. Oh, it's the fern! Dude, I will totally go on an adventure with the Adventure Line.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yes! Ah! Adventure Line.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
Dude,
don't you remember all
was
those
jamming.
great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Uh-oh. It's Skybox. Oh no. How dare you stop the music? Oh no. At least the Adventure Line TM is still here. Oh, and it's going down. Jesus, this is a scary hallway.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Can I shut down the machine?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality.
That is
trait.
really... Wait.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset
What
now. You'll
the
have
hell?
to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket.
Oh,
Quickly
God.
now. The
Oh,
fans
God.
are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and... The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were Magnificent.
The freaking bucket destroyer. And then everything fades to black. And that's that. Okay, now we're gonna try and feed it the
I
bucket.
can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley
Yes.
thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all? As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
Is Stanley
clutched the bucket.
Is the
tightly
bucket a
to his-
hive mind?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
So redemption
Had
arc for the bucket
turned out to be
destroyer?
correct?
Well, we'll
no,
find out now.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong.
hive mind bucket?
Stanley
Wait.
took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Does that mean the bucket is Gunther?
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Is this been Gunther all along? Gunther the bucket.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your
Bucket
friends and I are
Cunter?
concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we
Cunter.
care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Gunther
The
always
bucket
comes
isn't
back
even
literally
from
every
the
time.
original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic
Great, now I have to
characters
draw
from the
Gunther
first
in a
game,
bucket.
like the
You
Adventure
have to
Line and the Broom
relax your
Closet.
wrist.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much
let me go
time
to the
with
bucket
it.
destroyer. I'll
Don't
do
you
your
want
bidding.
another story involving the Adventure Line? We could
Let's
make
jam
the
out some
Adventure
music
Line
again.
go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
And we're gonna go backwards so we get more music time. Whoa, Adventure Line. I can't follow you back there. Oh, we're gonna go back again. Wait, we can have the music in the broom closet. You're right. Wait. Adventure broom closet? Oh, we could stay in here for hours. This is so epic. Never leave. Adventure Line Broom Closet Edition. Imagine like anyone joins the stream right now. I'm just gonna say nothing. Whoever joins the stream will just see this. Keep catching. Now we just need someone to show up. This is peak funny. Wait, I can make it peak funny. Slams table. We got one new first-person chat. First time chatting during this sequence. We're doing the thing. I have no idea how I ended up here. Hi, Mr. Buckethead. Wait, shh. Oh, wait, I can make this better. Yo, Fiona, can you do the classic thing of adding Phantom and telling him to get in here? His Discord name is Vero. And now we wait. Playing VR chat. Is there someone else we can add? Is Mafi online? She's offline. Okay, alright. Timmy's online. Add her then. Yeah, do it on her. We'll leave right now. Only look, we were just saying goodbye to the bucket in the best way we can. All right, I don't think we've spent were we in there for like 15 minutes? I don't think we could have spent those 15 minutes.
What the Stanley Parable is
better
all about.
than that.
Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this.
And now
but if we want
can
to do that,
throw
you're
out
going to have to give something up.
The bucket.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This
is the Bucket Destroyer.
Oh, we had.
I
Look,
think
we
it'll
gave
make
the
a
bucket its
wonderful
best.
new addition to the rich
we-
lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character
did
with
the
so much
bucket's
personality
bucket
that to
list.
me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you
Bucket
agree?
list. I am Donny with the
Can
funny.
you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley.
Okay.
Say goodbye to the bucket.
Goodbye,
and then pop
bucket.
it into
It's
the
been a
machine
great
when you're
15
ready.
minutes in that broom closet. Oh, the bucket's looking at me.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket.
Yes.
I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it
The bucket's
can't
looking
destroy
at
your
me.
bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
I'm
That
giving
is
you the
its
bucket.
singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon
I
of
can't
beloved
give it the
Stanley
bucket.
Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded
I'm
with
trying.
complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other
Do I
object in this
hold-
game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable
Adventure Line,
characters
help
like
me.
the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and... The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Wait, said if everything was a bucket, doesn't that mean the Bucket Destroyer was also a bucket? Oh, you're right. That's why
Even
I couldn't
now,
destroy the
Stanley's
bucket.
office was a distant memory. What did it look like?
What inputs am
It
I
was a
missing?
computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting?
Okay,
or a
what are we
photo?
missing? We're missing the
He
last
could no longer
collectible.
recall.
So the last
What
collectible.
new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
Yeah. Let's go check out the hints. Because we were missing one in a
Stanley
red
clutched
and
the
blue
bucket tightly to
room.
his chest and entered the door on his left.
Red and blue. This is the only the only place we're missing. Somewhere both red and blue. Is this the red room hint? Oh, it changed away. Now we're going on to the mystery. Where do we have a red and blue room? It doesn't have to be a room. It's just somewhere both red and blue. Could it be... No, we cannot go to the... We cannot go to the red and blue doors. Because if you go there with the bucket, it's gonna take you to the bucket game show instead. So it's not there. Unless you can get there? Maybe if you... No, there's a fence later if you come back after the phone. Should I tell you what to do? No, I'll see if I can figure it out. I'm sure... If we go to... The boss's office is red and blue, but there was already a hidden reward there. Could it be in the... museum? Did I miss it in the museum? I don't think so. It looked like I got all the places. Which one is the red room? Red room. Yeah, you see? Red room. We went down the stairs. There could be two down there. Do we need a police car? Oh wait, there's more here. Weird spinning figurines, ideas. Can we sell them? Obviously. More money if sold together. How many are there? 6. Why floating? Magnets. Training exercises. And management, dreams, magic, or our quarterly success. Why do they look like 427? Should make them lymphoges? Interns, yes. What do they want? Our data, stock options, money. Saw one in the cargo. In the cargo room. Wait. Cargo room was the one we got. That was the big room with the boxes, right? But there was something else. There was another clue. Wouldn't just let something happen. I feel pointless, to be honest. There was something with a number, right? Was it on the slideshow? I think the cargo room is the box room. Let's get the next slide up. Shut the frick up. Follow the clues provided by employee 416. The clues provided by 416. Is that the achievement? No, that's 430. 416. Does this say something? To whom it may concern, I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our regular office ambiances or local audio sources using an array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional mic, a microphone which picks up sound from a particular area. Yeah. Analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of the strange noise. Data shows that in all likelihood it's coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks to be reverberance off the porcelain surface. Anyone have any leads on this? Would you like to know? That's the one behind the boss's fireplace, I think. So we got clues on different ones, and the red room is the one that has the clue from 406. Alright, thank you for the follow, Greedy Clover. So 416.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where's
What could
416?
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is
Here.
a bucket. And indeed it was.
But it's blocked. Follow the clues of 416. What clues does he leave behind? The window doesn't go into his, or does it? 4B3. Sales this quarter. Projections. Can't go in. It's not behind the door. That'll be a very, very cheap one if it was just hidden behind the doors. Anything in here? I think it's still the blue and red doors. We can't go to the blue and red doors though. Wait, we can! We can if we don't bring the bucket.
Stanley knew the office layout like
Obviously,
the back of his
it's because
hand.
we've been
It
holding
was
the
only a
bucket.
matter
We
of
can't go
time
past the
before he
bucket
found the
sign.
others,
Sorry,
wherever
bucket.
they
Gotta
were.
leave you.
Just a matter of time.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of two
I've
open
completely
doors, this
forgot
was
the
not
option
correct
of
way
not
to the
picking up the
meeting room,
bucket.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I
Perhaps he wanted to
completely.
stop by
I
the
was so
employee
stuck in
lounge
the
first,
thought that we're
just
playing
to
Stanley
admire
Parable
it.
2. That's just
was
just
okay.
how the game is. We're in a different set of
But
choices
eager
now.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, that was my first guess as well. I just didn't
Stanley
think
was so
that.
bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Bucket's just taking over your mind, narrator. Is right. You're
Look,
obsessed
Stanley, I
with the
think perhaps
bucket.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
How many in chat already
I realize
figured
that
this out?
investing your trust in
How
someone
many were
else can
faster
be
than me
difficult,
on
But
this?
the fact is that
Monolith
the story has
probably.
been about nothing but
Sparkery says
you
finally, which
all
makes me
this
think
time.
Sparkery knew.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... What? Really? I was in the middle of something.
we
Do you have
all did.
zero
Oh, no.
consideration for others?
Hong Kong
Are
Reds,
you
no.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now
Here it
listen
is.
carefully, this is important.
There's a secret
Stanley
room.
walked through the red door.
It's a secret room.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly
Savor
Wiggly.
this moment, Stanley. This
is a real accomplishment.
Wow.
This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward.
Lamoa.
I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that.
Oh,
so,
no.
Instead, I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Was that? Did we do the figurines?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere.
Is
that
anything
isn't here.
different now that I got all 6 of them?
Running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you
We got
see
the
that
figurine
it's
thing in the
killing
bucket.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Okay.
What do we want? What are we
Yes,
looking
this
for?
place.
Here, yes.
The place where I have to
it's
commit
beautiful, isn't it?
suicide.
If we no, wait. Where are you going?
The place where he gets really sad. No, I don't want to do
no.
this again.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
He's so sad.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No! Oh, thank God you lived. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
No.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room.
It's so
My
sad.
God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
You can go back, but it's he just is like, yes, it's okay. Finally, we can go back to the happy room. He will say stuff like that, but you can't do anything. You're just there, and then you have to go back here again.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me? I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
But there's nothing else here. I'm so slow. I'm even slower. This is so sad. It's not as sad as the one where you go out of body. That's the saddest ending in the game. That makes me real sad. But at least we can look back on our lives and we can recall our adventure in the broom closet as some of the best moments we ever shared. Even if this is the end.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh, sad. Sad boy hours. Okay, are we missing anything? We're missing the computers. How do we... This is pulling some subliminal crap on me now.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines.
Oh my God.
Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone?
The memory zone!
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Let's go! The memory stone's back! Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Let's go! Whoa! Alright. We've seen this. This is here. I think all of this is the same. But obviously there's a whole new staircase this way. This is new.
Here's where
yes.
it all began. The
you find them
first
all?
collectible.
Yes.
Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
Maybe
We were
there's
so
7?
Innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
This is the first we found was in this odd room. 7! Ha! Wait a minute. It does say 7. Hold up. Hang on a minute. Yeah, then we found the one in the basement
and
here.
was a second Stanlerine. I'll be
Stanlerine.
honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Is it gonna show them to me in the exact order that we actually found them? Because that's a weird coincidence that this is the first one, that's also the first one we found.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
It is! It does remember! We found the bathroom first. The bathroom was the first one that we found, because we knew exactly what it was.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's
9 out of
bathroom.
6.
It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
Yeah,
I'm
now I'm
glad
9.
these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but
Oh, I
shouldn't
remember
be
it like it was
surprised.
just yesterday,
After all,
even though it was
science tells
literally
us
today.
that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
Alright, hey,
Let's
Cat
see,
Lupus.
what came next?
This is not right. The next one was behind the boss's office. What the hell?
Yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
That's not right. That's not right. Okay. I love how it says 10 out of 6. I mean, I ain't gonna skip a 10th collectible. We'll go down the memory zone V2 and he'll just be like, remember where we found our 10th collectible? It was in this pink room and we thought it was gonna be where we found the 4th, but really it was just the 10th. Ooh, we're here.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
It's an OG movie maker video. It's a mini stat. It's all the transitions. It's the actual. All they needed right now was freaking hypercam watermark. We found it near the cargo lift. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Credits. Directed by narrator. Edited. Music produced. Best Boy. Starring Stanley.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
I spent a lot of time, but it was 8 minutes. Dude, it takes me 8 minutes just to get, like, the footage imported into my editing. So this is not the right order anymore. This was the last
Stanley,
one.
then we came to the last collectible.
Oh, we are at the
final
last one.
figurine.
But we missed
right
one.
Here by the red and blue
I'm only on
doors.
10.
This memory is the
Oh, wow, I
most
remember.
distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them.
You're
They're
right.
all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Alright. This is just the same? Yep. Okay, okay. What is this? You are in the present.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh. Thanks. I think.
No,
What?
no, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way
Rewind.
we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone
past.
again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay. I'm excited for that. Am I gonna get 13
Okay, yes,
collectibles?
the room with the red and blue doors.
Yeah.
I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Yes, yes. I'm with you. Do you have another video made? That would be
And
hype.
here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. I love that video.
Indeed.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid
15.
room.
It is a solid room. The bathroom.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Are we gonna actually go to the boss's office this time? Can I do that? Oh. It's black. It's a wall. There is nothing there. Okay, well that's sad. 300% completion. Look, I'm a complete... Wait. Oh yeah, no, we're right. We have to go down.
This
Not
was
that.
our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful
I can
thing.
skip all
Why
the
does
figures.
anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I can actually just move on without picking it up.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Oh, we're going backwards through the museum. Oh. Yes. Yes. The jump circle. Oh, the jump circle's back.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold
I
on.
still don't have any
I
jumps.
remember hating it back then. The time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is.
Oh, man.
I want more. More memories.
Are we just gonna go back through the whole game? Oh,
Oh, yes. The two doors. Who could have
Iconic.
forgotten that? A
Iconic.
classic memory, this
yeah.
one.
We're gonna go for the... Okay, I guess that didn't matter. And we have our office.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Yes. So very iconic. Time
Is
has
there
not even
anything else?
passed.
Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's
Oh, no,
it.
is this gonna be
Perhaps I
another
needed
sad
to
ending?
imagine I had companionship.
You need a
And
bucket.
Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction.
But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named
This feels
Stanley.
like the end of the game, doesn't it? Like the proper, true end of the game. I mean, it could very well just be the reset here.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on,
Jesus
he would
Christ,
never be
I haven't seen
alone
pictures.
ever again.
Oh wait, what? That wait, there's. We never did find the last input thing, which I still want to find. I'm gonna find the
Finally,
bucket.
yes, the bucket. Yes, yes, yes. I love that bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth
not
and
the
comfort
figurine
now
thing
more than
anymore.
ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet.
I know.
Simply because I have no remaining stick. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket
Did stuff
walked
change,
upstairs to the boss's
or were we
office.
just done with that ending now? Obviously, there's no more collectibles. This is the next input. We're missing 2 more after that. There's no computers in here.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I am
Was it
so
the bucket
confused.
knew
Is there
all
gonna
along?
be something
Was
happening
the
at the end, or am I
bucket
just
guiding him?
replaying the game right now?
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I feel like you gotta go for the true ending right now, right? But he's not saying anything else different. Everything does seem normal, except the monitors and him saying that he's no longer gonna be
Stanley
lonely.
and the bucket walked straight ahead through
Which
the
is
large
very
door
much
that read Mind Control Facility.
What he says because of that.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
I'm
screens.
gonna try and go for the true
what
ending.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and
Maybe
the
I can
bucket
get out
both
this time,
wondered
yeah,
to
that's what I was
themselves.
thinking. Because he's ready to let us go, you know? I also need to find the computer with the last input. We need to find that.
monitors
Theo, can you look
jumped
up
to life, and
where
Stanley nearly
the
dropped the
4th and
bucket in
5th
shock.
computers are?
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Can do. Awesome.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence
I
as
love
well?
this.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to
Oh,
do?
dude, I can't
What
wait
kinds
to
of
see
things does a bucket want
Dennis
to do,
play
or not
through
want to
this
do in the
whole
first
game
place?
and get to this
These
point in the
questions
game.
raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
All right.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls
sad we can't do
labeled
the
with
countdown
emotions,
with the bucket.
happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from
Oh, is
this
that
very
new?
place.
All these, whatever the
As
hell these
cold
things are?
reality of his past
Those
began to
zigzag
sink in,
lines?
Stanley
I don't remember
decided
them,
that
but
this
then again, I
machinery
could have just
would
maybe
never-
not noticed. Should just straight up tell it? Yeah, just straight up tell it.
Stanley and the bucket
After we get
waited
to the
in
end.
blackness. Was it over?
Also, does something happen?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted
Remember
to
to
live.
throw the
once
bucket
they
this time.
stepped through
You'll
this
make
massive
it.
door.
You'll make it,
Bucket wanted
bucket.
to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of
it's
them
black
wanted to
when I
begin
stand right
watching
there.
a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
Employee
Until finally
434.
the truth hit Stanley
Okay.
square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
So this is just the same ending.
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No.
We're still missing
Stanley
achievements
can't
as
leave
well.
this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it.
Oh, there's a speedrun
Stanley
achievement that we
realized
haven't
he would
done.
never
Settings
again
World
leave this
Champions.
very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
And that's that. Okay, can someone in chat who knows you are allowed to spoil this time? Are we? Because we
I can't
did
wait to
the
tell this story
figurine
to my
ending.
co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't
we
we
done
all
now?
just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
434.
co-workers.
Oh, that's there. How did I miss that? That doesn't make sense. Are we done now? With the figurine part? Because it really seemed like we had to run through the game one more time. Maybe I have to do it without a bucket? Or was that just, you know, the game resets and you can run through the game as many more times as you want? That's the fourth, and here is the last one. And see us, Bakri. If you'll be watching in bed, then I'll still see you at the end. I'm going to click the last button and we'll see what happens. We have never seen this. Wait, are we in heaven? Oh, it's button heaven. All the buttons. So many buttons. Can we turn them all off? And they turned themselves back on. Okay, that's cheating. Some of them don't. Oh, never mind. They do. They all do. Okay. What do I do? What do I do? Wait, was it me who pushed it back out? No. The music. Oh, the music saying push us. Sayuta Kamura, hey, welcome. Welcome back. Well, because I had some problems, but I'm back for your stream. I hope you're doing well now. Is that what this is? Do I just have to restart? Is there more? Am I missing something? I'm in button heaven. I have to restart. Okay. That's funny. I like that. Okay, so we did all the computers. Unless... Don't close.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it be?
I wanted to bring the bucket
Stanley
to
decided
it.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
So
memo.
what are we missing? Are we missing anything? Someone said jump out the window. Can you jump out a window somewhere?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
Am I like able to get on a table I can get up on the window with? Oh, here. Wait. Wait. Oh my god, you can jump out the window.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
I can't see it. Oh,
Why
I can
don't we
see.
take a minute just to drink it all in?
It's a little box. I can't move backwards from you.
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Oh. No.
Ah, then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to
I
do
was
the other
thinking
option?
about that.
Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Oh no.
Well now, I've
Unfortunate,
built up the
guys.
other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
So that's that. Okay. Yes, I got that ending, Melanie. Feel free this time, now that we're done with the game, feel free to, you're allowed to spoil which endings we may be missing, just so that we don't actually miss it, because I think then we'd finish the game. I need to try this with the bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did that not go right? What? It used to go right. The hell? Oh, well, I guess I can't bring the bucket.
One man, one bucket, one chance to seize their destiny together.
What? Is something else different? Have I broken the game? Or was that just a one-off little funny hee-ha?
Stanley.
It seems like a one-off. Am I not able to...
All of his co-workers were gone.
What?
Could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's bucket time.
It is bucket time. What
Stanley
the...
pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
My interaction sound goes from keyboard noise to... Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. All of his co-workers were gone.
I need to see if I can get out there with the bucket,
Stanley
but...
decided to go to the meeting room.
Does
Perhaps
this
he had
door
simply
close?
missed a memo. It's bucket time.
Yes! Yes! It didn't close. Okay, now we can go.
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone? Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear.
We've done it. We've escaped from that dark
Yes.
office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self.
The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first
We heard that
ensnared me
name
in
before.
his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults.
In the
I
recording.
was young back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and used incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
Okay, that was absolutely worth it. That was absolutely worth it.
Gone.
I
What
can't
could
go
it
to
mean?
button heaven with
Stanley
bucket.
decided to go to
because
the
that
meeting
door
room.
closes.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Unless if we keep restarting. So what else are we missing? Are we missing anything? How did you get to the adventure line without the bucket? Was that the blue door? No, the red door? Was it in that direction? Was it the maintenance elevator? Which one was it that brought... I know the bucket's there. Which one was the one that brought to the adventure line? I think it was the maintenance elevator, right? The one where the bucket destroyer is, if you have the bucket. So I don't think we can see the adventure line. Can't remember the confusion ending. Yeah, what is the confusion ending? I think that's the maintenance elevator. No, wait, confusion ending is... I don't remember which one is the confusion ending. That's the one that ends with the time at the end of how long you've been playing the confusion ending. F lounge. Is confusion ending the same as the adventure line? Because in that case, I think we've seen everything in the game. Every single ending, with and without bucket. And also this nice little chair. Giant schedule stuff. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Wipe the wall board with the red lining. Yeah. So it's the same one. Okay. Is there anything else we've missed? Anyone can think of anything we've missed? Or suggest anything? Because I think we're done. I'm gonna try and restart the game until we get the blue office again. Oh, wait. This is a different office hallway. Damn, it's still closes in this one.
It's bucket time.
This is a straight to the point. Straight to the point, huh?
Stanley.
Have we done the elevator ending? The one where you go up and down for the stage? Yes. Go to the crusher with the bucket, escape the area outside the mind control facility. Yes, we went that way with the bucket, yeah. With the museum? Indeed. Gonna see if I can get the blue office, because I think the bucket was much closer to Stanley's door. Which made me think maybe it might still close, but there's a chance I might be able to get back with it, because if I can push that button with the bucket. And perhaps there's something there, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. Yeah, keep suggesting all the obscure endings, because those are the ones that I might have missed. I mean, I missed the escape pod ending entirely, and that hidden vent with the recording. Oh, here we go.
It's bucket time.
Oh, okay. It still closes. It still closes. It still closes. So we can't do that. Alright. In that case, there's one more thing that I want to do real quick. One more thing that I want to do real quick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
It might
could
be
mean?
nothing. It might be nothing.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I need to not have the bucket for this. I wish that new content door would open and I could bring the bucket in
When
there.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the
Misalov,
meeting room, and
Misalv,
Stanley knew
death,
it
thank you for
perfectly
following.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
Yeah, we got the
open door on
bucket
his left.
escape pod ending.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want to see if I can stop and start the recording.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation
Okay, it
that
doesn't
would
do
be.
anything.
All the back and forth.
I was
between
kinda
you and
hoping
me,
it would
all the
interrupt
absurd
him,
adventures
like
we've
he
been
was a
through, and
recording.
It all turns out I'm just a tape recording. It was all just instinct.
Okay, alright. In that case, I don't think there's anything more. I think we beat the game. Stanley Parable 2. 100%ed. We're missing some achievements. Wait, we're missing the Settings World Champions. Wait, there's an epilogue. Oh! They told us of this. It would be in there somewhere. It's here in the main menu. Oh, I cannot think of a better way to end this game than to play the epilogue. Let's go. I was about to end the stream. I was about to do the outro and everything. Epilogue. Many, many years later. Oh, we are here. I was about to say, is this gonna bring us to the time skip? Oh, what are we doing here? This is the time skip ending. But the narrator is dead in this ending. Unless he's just gone. Oh. There's a little fire. Wish I had a bucket filled with water. Just having a chill time. Deserts get really cold at night. So I have to be careful walking out there. Yeah, there's an office chair. I love that. Oh. There's a lot of office chairs. There's a pile of them there. Follow the sand. Moons of Madness all over again. That's pretty. Where's Ophelia when you need her? I wish we had our bucket, right? Walk into the sunset, Stanley. Walk into the sunset. You and me. Well, just me. Us? Oh. The memory zone. And something. Which do I go for? What's this? Suddenly a boss HP bar Renala, Queen of the Full Moon. Oh! It's the escape pod! With the bucket! Oh my god! I can't believe they did that! Oh my god, this game is brilliant. This game is genius. Holy freaking crap. Into the memory zone we go with the bucket this time. Stanley Parable 2. This looks... Are we playing Buried now? Oh, this is cool. Oh, now this is like Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. Cookie 9's... It's Cookie 9! The guy who did the negative Steam review. The Stanley Parable 2. Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable. They changed their minds. Which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, that Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? I love that one. Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we got an uninspiring side quest of collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting and welcome reprieve. Reprieve? What does Post did he do? He has a review of Stanley Parable 2. Then he has Sorry, I haven't been blogging much. Review of Snraf 3. Protected Post. Cookie's Corner, we need to talk about sequels. Recent comments, Go Guy. Piss Order 0999. Boblin. And Boblin again. And Go Guy again. And then we have some archives. What's this? What the? What? Cat dog board? But it's not even a hybrid in that it's a half cat, half dog. It's literally both melded together in the middle. Okay. Why is that there? That's such a random newspaper to just put there. Alright, what do we have here? We have another review. And a lot of buttons that says the name. Jim.
Jim.
It's Jim. Jim! Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs. No more sequels. I was really hoping for Stanley Parable 3. Or let's say Spanley. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous and critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions as outlined in a press release they published today. It is clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game, and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Something aggregate review scores in the video game's history, second And this is from Real Web. The real web. Didn't get the slide plus.
Jim.
Wait, what?
Jim.
Cat dog is from a different... It's from a slide you get from starting the game.
Jim.
I don't know what you mean by slide. But I love Jim.
Jim. Stanley. Jim. Stanley. Stanley.
Oh, the slider. Not the slide. I was thinking of like a slide, like a playground slide.
Jim. Stanley.
My name is here.
Stanley.
Stanley is here. I love that. That's great. We found the Stanley button. Oh my god. 19, 20. Oh, it's the slide. Look at that. Where are we? In an office. Thank you for playing the new content. It's the new content room. There's something back here. Oh. Oh. Oh! It's him! He told us if we could find him. We would talk again. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. I know, I wanted a third one. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. If people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3! It's simple. All we have to do is change the number in the game's title screen. You also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for a game. Stanley Parable 3. Monkeys. I didn't pick. Oh, I have to pick one over here. One with the monkeys. Stanley Parable 3. One with the monkeys. Stanley Parable 3. One with the monkeys. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with the plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Do we, guys? Should we do it? Do it. Alright, let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. Wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there, the achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. I'm gonna keep this train rolling. Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. It's 11:56. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Yes! Thank you. Please enjoy the... Yes! What? The Stanley Parable 3! Begin the game. Alright, we're back. Now what I'm gonna do...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
He
to go
fixed
to the
the
meeting
achievement
room.
machine,
It's
right?
Bucket time.
He fixed the achievement machine. So we have to go...
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New content.
With the bucket? With the bucket! I don't know how much longer this can go on. I'm just gonna skip through it because I want to get that achievement. Is there also any settings that have unlocked? Because remember we had to do all the settings for the Settings World Champion, right? But I don't see any new settings. Damn.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable
Yes.
Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, I wish I had dog mode
As
right
you
now.
may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was
With the
expanded
bucket.
upon in 2022
It's
with
time.
the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands
I
the
love
world
this
of the
more
Stanley
game.
Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You want the
Oh,
Settings
well,
World
this
Champion? Yeah, we
sounds
wanted that because we
delightful.
didn't get to try
I'm very
it.
excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Wait, Stanley, I've just now realized.
Is he gonna comment
that
on the
bucket you're holding? It's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel. How did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel? I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Uh-oh. I still have no jumps.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
Still have no jumps. Hashtag paradox. In space with bucket.
The infinite hole, the giant door. Did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game? Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly.
Yes.
Yes. You carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win!
Yeah,
I made
you
a
did.
sequel to the Stanley Parable. Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers. It is a sweet salve
I
of
think it's a
victory on my
shared win.
soul.
I think we
Thank
both
you
win
for
here.
enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
Okay. Now we need the new content. I wanted to restart the game because I wanted to see the Stanley Parable 4.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
But now we got
Stanley
the new
decided to go
content.
to the meeting room.
And
It's
also you have to tell
bucket
me,
time.
DGG, how to get the Is it not new content? Oh. Return to the Stanley Parable 2 Expo Hall. Yeah, it is the new content. Let's go. That's where we wanted to go all along. DGG, tell me how to get the Settings World Champion so we can see that room. Didn't know Sunday became Tuesday? What? Deep bucket.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable.
and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra
It just means it's Tuesday because Stanley Parable takes place on Tuesday.
One step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Let's go!
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor
3, yeah,
additions?
we're in the
Think of
third
all
game.
The new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience,
First
built from
time
the
ever.
ground up. Why there are so many possibilities? It could go in so many different
I love that
directions.
427
this
poster.
Is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Hold on.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Oh my god!
Stanley! Oh, thank God.
Oh my god, they both
Lose you,
exploded.
Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Someone be clipping that. I think that's my favorite joke in the whole game. That's so good. That is so good. Props to these freaking developers, I swear to God. They thought of everything. Is this button gonna say Stanley now? I don't wanna, nah, it's probably not. It's probably not. But we got the achievement. He fixed the achievement machine. So we will get the achievement. Watch this. I can get the achievement. I wanna see what percentage players have it.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident?
It works
I'm
now.
developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
It didn't work before. It works now. He's gonna be baffled. Watch this. I actually got it.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait. What in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement? Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
Oh, he's getting scared. I would get scared too. Oh boy.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Wait, I need to know if this is gonna still be 20. It's still gonna be 20, isn't it? Out of order. Oh no. I was really hoping it would just be like, see, we gotta collect 6. Wait, you collected 21? How'd that happen? The second bucket was for him. How silly it was. Still have no jumps left. Settings World Champion is up the stairs. The wrong side. These stairs. Alright, now how do we get the Settings World Champion? I did mess with every setting, so I thought. Love how everyone named the clip too much. Thank you for all the clips, guys. Oh, that's great. Settings. Field of view. We've done it. To all possible values. Mouse sensitivity. All possible values. I'm not sure if I have to change all values on these. Maybe that's what I missed. Yeah, someone said last time it was just all scrollers, but I'm starting to think maybe that was wrong, and maybe it is all settings. I mean, it would make sense if it was all settings. So I'm just gonna try all settings. I don't want to click that. I'm just gonna reset the settings at the end.
Oh, man.
Okay. On, off. Bold is windowed. And then we go through all of these. It's faster by holding the right arrow key. What the hell was that aspect ratio? 683 by 384. What? Oh my god. What was the thing that Tui, oh, what was the thing that we just got that I wanted to show Tui, but I don't think she was here for it. It was funny. Was it the epilogue? No, it was right before that. I think this is the one we have to go through all of it. Did we go through all of it there? Enterprise Lucy, thank you for the follow. I think we went through all of it because we kind of have a low resolution again. We definitely went all the way back. Now we're back to 1080p. And there we go. Okay, so then this. That's that. Controls. Oh, I got it! Settings World Champion! It's unlocked! Reset settings. Get everything back to default. With subtitles on. I got the achievement. Bruh. Maybe I have to just... That's what I thought. Maybe I have to leave and come back.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced every setting, traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2,
3.
I'm including an entirely new setting.
Oh.
Something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
Bumpscosity. You are the champion, setting all the sliders to all the possible numbers. Please enjoy this room. This is your room. It was made just for you. Oh my god. They will never set settings to every possible setting. Oh my god. 2012 calls, guys. 2012 calls. What does this new bumpscosity say? There it is. Adjust the bumpscosity. So, what does it do? Does it do anything? 1,000. I don't think it did anything. Okay, I want to see if they changed the button. I have a feeling the button's gonna say Stanley now. Tui, that's what I wanted to tell you. We found the button in the epilogue where there were a bunch of gym buttons in the ground, but one of them said Stanley.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want?
This
And of
has better
course,
say
the
Stanley
first and
now,
most
and he's better be
obvious answer
confused.
Is that they want to be individually recognized. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind.
I don't need to. I'm
forget
already
whoever
Jim.
You are,
I have been
simply
Jim
become
before.
a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Didn't even
If you
start.
don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Aww. This is so sad. I think we're done with the place here.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable.
It's the best.
An
It's the best
epilogue
move.
would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at
Wait,
the end
this
of
is
the...
not the way to the exit.
Well, we'll figure that out later.
I thought I could go up that way. I have to go all the way back down. Okay, this way. To the exit. And I wanna, before we
Calling
finish
it
the whole
Stanley
thing,
Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe.
I wanna
don't you
also
think?
quit the game once and get to
Ultra
Stanley
Deluxe.
Parable
What does
4.
it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2. All right, have you seen everything you wanted
Yes.
to? Ready
So
to
tell me
move
what
on now?
Bumscosity does. Tell me like where I can see it, where I should go, what I should do, but not what it is.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come
just running
together
circles.
as one single coherent video
Hold
game,
up, I
but
was promised a
I
bucket.
can
The
feel it
bucket
in my
exploded.
soul. It's going to work. There's
It blew up
definitely a
Swedish
good
medley. I'm
game in
sorry.
there
There was
somewhere.
2 buckets
Say,
and it was too
let's
much.
do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together,
Restart the game.
and we'll see whether or not it coheres.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything new here. So I just restart the game now. We got the achievement. That's what I'll be happy for. I actually want to see. Can I see global stats on this? How many has that achievement? Okay, 25% have it. So it's not like very few people have gotten it. No, yes, restart. Okay. I think the bucket's going to be back, right?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Yeah, there's the
Perhaps
bucket.
he had simply missed a memo. It's bucket time.
I think we ran out of bucket voice lines. So that'll just take me to the expo again.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Was I
and
supposed to have
entered the
seen something new?
door on his left.
Nothing happened.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Start again. Do I need to put it on 0, 1? What? No. Oh, we're now in this office.
It's bucket time. Stanley.
I think maybe we kind of screwed it over there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
I mean,
could it
everything
mean?
seems normal.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a...
Do I have to set it to something like the halfway point? I love how Bumscosity.
memo. Someone was following Stanley. He was
God,
sure
not
of
this
it.
one again.
If he checked over his
Not
shoulder
this one
now,
again.
he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
It's raining. Wait a minute. I can't see the weather. It's not specific to when you restart. Oh. This is odd.
It's bucket time.
So what do I have to do to find it? Just keep running
Stanley
around?
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Is it something with doors? It's still raining.
Still no one was here.
We got all the
Stanley needed
figurines, so
bucket's
that's
warmth
done.
and comfort now more than ever. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet.
Just
simply
wait.
because I have coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
Should I
office.
just stand still and wait? Do I just wait? Also, what do I put the value to? Low or high or mid? Broom closet, my beloved. Am I just supposed to wait? Value doesn't matter. Wait, it doesn't matter. What? How does that? Should trigger when you start a new game. So is it like the random beginning office kind of thing? Like this is different, right? So is it just one of those?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
This is the scary one.
Stanley decided. All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh wait, it's the left one now.
Stanley decided to go.
Oh, now we have this.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Is it something he says?
All of his co-workers.
I don't know if I'm restarting when he talks. He's just saying, commenting on something.
Ah, quite a pleasant amount of bumpscosity we've got today, wouldn't you say? Very enjoyable.
What?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
What? Is there gonna be 1,000 boxes now? Did I just do something?
It's bucket time.
Future Happiness Foundation sounds like a Danganronpa reference.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Is there gonna be a bunch of boxes now? That would be so great.
Still no one was here.
But where would they be?
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked.
Nah, I'm not gonna look all around for it. That one doesn't have a voice line. I want to hear the 1,000 bumps.
All of his
bumpscosity line.
Stanley decided to go. All of his
Scorsese is a comment from him. Yeah.
My God, the bumpscosity in here is absolutely overwhelming. 1,000? You people have got to be nuts. How can you stand this much bumpscosity?
We don't even know what it is. 0. There is no bumpscosity today.
The meeting room. Yes, that. Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it.
Oh, we heard that one. I thought that was something new.
Dear me, where did all the bumpscosity go? Quite unnerving in here with all of it gone.
Okay, I think that's it. What I want to do now is I want to restart the game. And I want to see what Stanley Parable 4 looks like. We're going to play the Stanley Parable 4. This is I have gotten a special key from the developers for this new game. Actually, it was given to me by the game itself. The Stanley Parable 4. Stanley's Tiny Boyfriends. Yes. Wait, it's different every time. Okay, Stanley Parable 5. Lord of the Hole Punch. Lord of the Didgeridoo, Part 5. Didgeridoo. Return to the pantry. The cat and the dog. Return to the pantry. Oh my god, the music's epic. I should have picked this as a starting soon screen music. This is great. Oh, they're gonna have, like, the thing is, this is the type of game. They're not gonna have infinite, obviously, but this is the type of game they're easily gonna have 20 plus separate main menu backgrounds. And I don't have the patience to go through all of them. What do we have? So some of them are getting, like, redone. So this is the Stanley Parable 6. A Whisper of Stapler. Why is there a penguin on a 2D penguin on a computer? It's not even graffitied on the wall. It goes over the ground. This is weird. And what's up, Meg Plays? Why is it raining? This is a sad day. Thank you for the follow, Creeper Star. I should change the stream title every time. Stanley Parable 6, 7. Stanley Parable 7, more fire. Stanley Parable 7, part 5. Oh my god, this is a dramatic one. You got the screen with the two choices. You got Stanley cut out face with freedom in it. All the monitor in the side. The balloons. The Fire Lord, probably. Do you think Dennis is gonna be like confused why the hell we are launching the game over and over again? He's gonna know in the future when he gets to play this game. This game is so much deeper. Stanley Parable 8. Stanley's big electrode. What the hell? This one should have been called More Fire. Play this one? Is this different? Stanley's big electrode. Oh.
Hold on. What's this?
8. 8. 8. 8.
Is
The
the
Stanley Parable 8? No. This doesn't look right at all.
8.
The Stanley Parable takes place in an office building. There are doors and branching paths. This is just a button that says 8. Where did the Stanley Parable
8.
go?
Is this the Stanley Parable?
8.
The Stanley Parable
8. 8.
Well.
8.
Oh, I can go behind. What's this? Little controller thing? A wallet, a shark, and some tape. That's all there is back here. Is this it?
8. 8. 8. 8.
New DLC room is
8.
whack.
8. 8.
This was also in the
8.
Stanley Parable demo.
8.
Oh my god.
8.
I'm looking around and I really can't find the game anywhere. No boss's office or mind control facility or any of that. Literally just this 8 button. And what's worse is that you seem to be having a better time with this nonsense game than with the story I wrote for you. I'm actually a little insulted.
No, your story
8.
was better than this.
8.
This is just also good.
8.
It doesn't
8.
have to be a competition, narrator. Don't you
8.
understand? It's not a competition.
8.
You support each other. You push
8.
each other up. If someone does
8.
great, that
8.
doesn't make you do worse.
8.
You can just support each
8.
other, congratulate each
8.
other, and
8.
let Stanley enjoy
8.
his 8.
8.
Well, I don't know what happened to the Stanley Parable or what the 8 button is, but apparently you're having a riveting time with it.
Did you not hear what I just
I
said?
don't even want to pander to someone who finds this enjoyable. So with that, I guess just go ahead and enjoy the Stanley Parable 8.
All right. There might be more voice lines, but I'm not going to go through them. I will go through this menu a few more times because that's fun. 8. 8. So if you go into 9 and then play, it's just gonna be the normal game. Is it gonna be like 18 is different? Stanley Parable 9. The original cheese. Oh no, not this one. Oh, this is the sad ending. This is the saddest ending in the game. The original cheese. What the? It's the baby from the baby ending. Wait, is that his new game?
This is the...
Aw, okay. It's not. It wasn't gonna. It would be funny if it jumped straight to that game. What do you think the Stanley Parable 10 is gonna be like? How far do we want to go? I just creeped out the second it appeared on the screen. Stanley Parable 10. Curse of the Swimming Pool. What is that? That's horrifying. This has nothing to do with a swimming pool. This is the curse of the swimming pool. Are these? They're all blue screened. You see the sad face. They're all blue screening. Taylor Rain, thank you for the follow. Oh my god, this is great. Why am I having such a fun time with this? The game is over. We beat the epilogue. And we're still getting content out of this game. And this is probably just auto-generated. It's just generating the random prompts. And I'm having fun with it. Stanley Parable 11. Pocket full of boyfriends. Pocket full of lawsuit. The music's kind of going back over itself. The balloon's there, so I guess it's randomizing this thing and the background and the overlay effect and then the music. Lawsuit. Yeah, I was hoping I would see some lawsuits in chat with that one. That's why I picked it. All right, let's do a couple more and then end it after that. I just want to see. I want to get a real good title that we ended on. A real good title. The best game. Game of the year. Game of the century, honestly. Stanley Parable 12. A new kind of sequel. A new kind of pirate. What the hell? We're playing a dating sim now. It's a new kind of pirate. Why does this actually kind of sound like it could be a pirate dating sim? A new kind of pirate. Whose of them is the narrator? We knew which one was Stanley. So the other one can only be the narrator or something else. Stanley Parable 13. Passion of the didgeridoo. It's the cartoon Stanley from the hole. All right. Stanley. Oh, this is so great. This is so great. We've been streaming this for almost 4 hours now. Stanley Parable 14. In search of water. We're real thirsty, honestly. Thank you, Retina. This is just... This is just a Unity game engine. He hasn't even built the menu. And he's searching for water. Someone's pressing H. H like hide. Don't actually know if this is Unity or Unreal Engine. I think it's Unity. Might have been Unreal. With the orange outline. Stanley Parable 15. Fist full of ice cream. The end is never the coworkers. In search of coworkers. Yo. This is Stanley looking for coworkers. Oh my god. Okay, one more. I'm like almost addicted to this. I thought I would go to like Stanley Parable like 6. I'm like on 16. Stanley Parable 16. Okay. What is the best title we can make out of this? More Apple. Employee of the Bomb. The Final Pencil. A New Kind of Didgeridoo. Stanley's Big Pirate. Destruction of Pencil. Or More Sunshine. Stanley's Big Didgeridoo. What? There's a rat! And it's gone. Oh my god. I'm gonna screenshot this. I don't think I want to send this to Dennis because that might be a spoiler, but let me send it to Lou. Just see what Lou says to this, because I know Lou likes the word didgeridoo, so he's gonna like this, I think. Alright, we'll see what Lou says to that. Look at him go, rat jam. He's zooming around. He's super fast. This could have been a new kind of pirate. Oh, hi, Lou. We're playing the sequel to Stanley Parable 15. Stanley Parable 16. What is this? Lou, do you want to see something funny? Okay, I'm gonna quit the game. I'm gonna start the game again. Alright. The Stanley Parable 17. Stanley versus Octopus.
Yeah, well,
what the hell's happened to all the chairs? Alright, we're playing the Stanley Parable 17 now. Just beat 16 on the, the floor. This is probably the most boring menu. But it's a new one. And the chairs are weird. Very weird. Is this 2 chairs? There's also a man, if you haven't seen, sitting on that chair right there. And hi, Vichu, yes. If you beat the game is like, let's make a 3rd game. But then the game goes like, how about every time you launch it, it's a new game. And it keeps going up, and I don't know what the limit is. It could probably go to infinite, actually. I'm gonna actually quit one more time, because if I want to round off this stream, I want to round off on a menu that at least has good music. You know? Because that there was just office chatter. But Stanley versus Octopus? That would have been a good title. Stanley versus is a good one. Stanley Parable 18. It's either me or coworker. Or the coworker. It's either me or the hole. It's either me or the hole. It's me or the hole. Praise the hole. Alright. Yes, join at the end of the stream, Vichu. We have been streaming for 3 hours and 45 minutes on the stream. We beat the Stanley Parable We beat the epilogue. The narrator is happy. We are happy. This is music. It's weird. And we found the Stanley button. And we found the dog cat. And we found the jumping out of the window. We've done everything. Everything this game has to offer. And man, this game was a blast. Lou, if you're still here, I want to see you play it. I highly recommend it. Dennis, you're not gonna watch this unless you watch this over after your own playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it as well. This game, there's so much more than you think to it. It's so deep. No, you have to play this game if you haven't already. I don't think you have, right? It's so funny. It's so funny. There's so much. I have played this for 3 streams. I thought this would be a 1 streamer. And this 3rd stream is 3 hours and 45 minutes long because we just went for the end to actually beat the game. It is amazing, Lou. It's so much bigger than before. Even though it doesn't seem like it at first. It's like easily triple the content. Okay, but before we end the stream, I have to say that next Sunday is I love this French vibe. Next Sunday is Sunday the 5th, but on Tuesday the 7th, or is it Friday the 10th actually, I think, The Quarry comes out, Lou. And last time we talked about The Quarry, you said you wanted to play it like soon and not wait super long. So the question is, maybe next Sunday we're just gonna play Dead by Daylight or Elden Ring or another game that is more just a placeholder so that we don't start something new, because then we'll do The Quarry as soon as that comes out with Lou, which is a co-op horror game in the style of the Dark Pictures anthology. So choices, everyone can die, and we'll probably run through it twice, once natural and once with as many people alive as we can. I think that's what we do. So join up for next Tuesday, and we will not Tuesday, Thursday, Thursday. We will we'll jump back in Dead by Daylight, and it should be a lot of fun. We'll go on our prestiging adventure. Thank you so much for joining me on this today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was a lot of fun. We'll do more silly games like this on some other Sunday. And I see that, like, Robbie has a streaming role, but is he not streaming? Did he finish streaming? I think he finished streaming, so I can't rate him. Alright. See you guys next time. Have a good sleep. I'll see you in the Discord server and all of that. That's it for me. Bye-bye. And give your bucket one extra hug.